Bitcoin. This is Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels, and the Fibonacci's. It is Saturday, the 16th of October. Looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, bearish start to the day. Going to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 64.87 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 64.093. Support from the broader market will be needed for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high. It was at 62,900. So barring another extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Bitcoin target 65,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 66,506. Bitcoin would need plenty of support, however, to break out from its all-time high 64,829 from back in April. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 58,074 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should avoid sub-55s. Second major support level sits at 54,468. Looking at the MACDs, narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bearish cross. On the EMA, still a bullish signal, however, 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key, avoid the pivot at 64.87, break through yesterday's high 62,900 to then bring resistance levels into play. Across Ethereum against US dollar, also bearish start. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 3835 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 3935. Support will be needed for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high 3900. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum target the second major resistance level at 4,000 before any pullback. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3770 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 3,600 levels. Second major support level at 3669 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, widening of the bearish histogram at the turn of the day after yesterday's late bearish cross, so keep an eye out for further widening there. On the EMAs, however, bullish signal, 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key, avoid the pivot 3835, break through to 3900 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Across the Litecoin against US dollar, positive start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 186, take a run at the first major resistance level at 196. Plenty of support will be needed for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high. It was at 192.84. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap the upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin target 210s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 203. Fall through the pivot, bring the first major support level at 180 and the 23.6% fib at 178 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub-170s. Second major support level at 170 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, narrowing of the bullish histograms through the turn of the day. That's coming off the back of yesterday's late pullback, so keep an eye out for a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, still a bullish signal, 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, supporting further upside ahead. So key, avoid the pivot at 186, break through yesterday's high 192.84 to bring resistance levels into play. Looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, bearish start. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid the pivot at 1.1363 to take a run at the first major resistance level 1.1682. Support will be needed for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.16 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 1.16471 to cap the upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.2s before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.1965. Fall through the pivot, bring the first major support level at 1.1080 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of 38.2% fib at 1.0659. Second major support level at 1.0761 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, still a bullish signal, 50 pulling away marginally from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key, avoid the pivot at 1.1363, break back through to 1.16 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will come into play.